hi. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do this video this year. I have been going through it with my collections, and honestly, I'm not so sure what the future of me collecting will hold. As you have seen in the past 3 videos, I recently started collecting Anteam, and that has been priority number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have not been thinking about any other group, so I downsized just a tiny bit, just a little bit. I haven't gotten rid of anything yet because how can I get rid of anything? That's impossible. Not because I'm attached to it, but because it's literally impossible to get rid of anything nowadays. But they're not in my binders. They're in piles on my table. So what I have currently in my binders is what I plan on keeping, whether or not I expand that collection, because a few of my collections are on pause. I mean, they've always been on pause, but I have officially put them on pause because I don't feel like collecting them anymore at this point in time. Now, that could change in the future. I'm not saying I am stopping those collections. I'm just saying that I'm not focusing on them. So yeah, this collection video is still gonna have a lot of binders. I have still somehow managed to use every single one of my binders, pretty much, even though I have downsized. So like, what the fuck does that tell you about me? Anyways, we're gonna start off with like the least important collections to the most important collections, with J-pop being at the end. If anybody is not interested in J-pop, it is at the end. Or, you know, timestamps in the description. You can go through whichever collection you would prefer to watch. As long as you watch something out of this video, I'll be happy. So yeah, we'll start off with my misc binders. These are collections that I no longer collect, or there are old collections, which I only have a few cards for, that I am attached to and that I can't get rid of. So yeah, we will start off with the misc girls binder. I am using natural light at the moment, but it is like 10 a.m. And it is fucking hot. So I do have like the overhead light and fan on. So if you see a slight glare, or if you see like fan blades doing this, yeah, it's because it's right over me. So this is the misc girls binder. It is mostly 2nd and 3rd gen groups that I am attached to, that I like their cards and I would like to expand these collections, but it's hard. These are mostly groups that I've collected in the past that I've gotten rid of their collections, and I wanted to get their cards back a few years ago. So this is like what that is. So we start off with 9 Muses. I have a few cards for them, and then we go into AOA. And then this is Bandit over here. And then we have some CLC cards here, and this is Daya. More Daya. And then we have some Gongwon Sonyo and some Wiki Mickey. I think this is the last group in this binder. I really like the lucky cards, so. Oh no, there's a little bit more at the end. Here is Ben, she's a soloist. This is Girls' Day. These are Hyo-sung from her solo. This is Sonamu, this is Unity. This is Dalsha Bet, and I think I have something back here. I have Boysa's, which is 20 album or something like that. And then this is Bestie. So these are all groups that I would like to expand on. There's a few other groups that I would like to add to this binder, but it is kind of hard to get these cards. So here is the boy group equivalent of that. It is less. I do prefer a lot of 2nd and 3rd gen girl groups, and a lot of the boy groups that I did like, I don't have cards for. So this is, it's about the same amount though, honestly. So this is Snooper. I just kept my Seunghyub cards because Snooper have a lot of cards. I have a lot of Snooper cards. Again. Used to have a lot of Snooper cards, managed to sell them all to mostly one person, and I have accumulated a lot of Snooper cards again. I like Snooper, but I would rather focus on getting all of Seunghyub's cards again. This is just what I have left from the first time I collected him forever ago. He was supposed to be in a new group. I have not heard anything about that group, but that might just be me not looking for it. I have no idea what the group is supposed to be called, but it's with Yusung from Big Flow, who is Big Flow is another group that I would like to get more cards from. I do have this one seunghyub card. This is Platonic Love. It is the song that got me into Snooper. It is my favorite Snooper song. It is so retro. If you like retro vibes, you would love this song. It's such a fun song, but these cards are so expensive, and I got this for $5. It is not leaving my hands. And then we have Boyfriend. I do like their more concept-y cards. So these are Korean cards, but the rest are Japanese cards. And then here we have these two Victon Seunghyub cards. This is my favorite card of all time. I will say this every time this card comes on screen. I fucking love this card. And then this card was gifted to me forever ago. We have this 110 from Super M that was gifted to me. This B2B Peniel that was gifted to me. But I really want more of the Press Play set. Press Play, Thriller, and Move. Those three albums were when a B2B were like really a top group of mine. So I would like to get more cards from those albums. I got this Yoonsan from Hot Shot and this Jungyu from 7 O'Clock. And then we have a little bit of Teen Top cards. So this is my It set. And this is Teen Top Class Edition. I would like to get the other three members. And then I have some Eljo cards because he was my bias in Teen Top. So these are, was it Exito? There's two Exito albums or something like that. And then this is Red Point. I'm not sure. I stopped collecting Teen Top after a while, so I'm not sure what it is. And then we have a little bit of Eyes. So I have this random Hyunjun. Hyunjun was my Eyes bias, so I would like to get most of his cards, but I would like to also get the complete Re-Eyes and From Eyes sets, because those two eras are what like this era is what made me stan Eyes, and then this era I really like the concept for it. It was like outside, summer, bright, very cheerful. And then I have some random Kanakin Heejun cards, and then this Donghyun card, he's an actor. Some UNB cards, so it's mostly Chan, but I do have this one Jun and this one Leejin. Fuck. Getting my names mixed up. These the Eastlight cards. This one Donghan card from his solo. I was collecting Donghan solo like when he was still a solo artist, because I used to collect JBJ and Donghan was my JBJ bias. But I dropped all of those, and this is the only one that I kept because I really like this card. But I would like to get more solo cards. And then this one P1 Harmony Jungsub card. This is one of my other favorite cards that I would never get rid of. This is from the Do It Like This English version, US version, I don't know. So that is it for this. And then I have one more like misc binder that is for like member specific collections that I can't get rid of. And here it is. It's I think 3 groups. It's 3 girl groups if I'm not mistaken. So first we have Seunghyub from Pixy. I wanted to collect her like fully and try to get everything for her. I am still missing a few, but I do have quite a lot because she did leave before the last era with Pixy. So, and then we have Vivi from Loona. I am only collecting her Loona cards. I would like to get more of these as well. This is just what I have because I stopped Loona used to be an alt. very old CJ lore. Loona used to be an alt. I have all the albums. I used to I got into Loona when Vivi was announced, so from like 1/3 onwards I have been following like all the solos and all the units and stuff. And then when they debuted as 12, I did not like the music sound that they were going for. I did prefer the sound from their solos, so I kind of stopped collecting Loona then, but I was collecting OT12 back then. So this is just what I've accumulated in the past few years when I decided to pick her back up again. And then I have Harvey from XG. I don't think I will expand this collection too much, but I love XG's cards way too much to get rid of them. And this might be a collection where if in the future I have like extra money, I might just go on the XG tag on Mercari Japan and just buy some cheap sets for other members as well, just because I like their cards so much, but they are a little bit expensive. So it's like a pipe dream. Yeah, so that is not it for the miscellaneous binders. We still have one more, and then we can get into more like group/people focused collections. Okay, so we get into the Prism Platinum binders now. Because I did buy a lot of these, so I have to use them somehow. So this is the rest of my miscellaneous collection, but these are groups that I would like to expand on, like specifically, and not just willy-nilly. So it is like my forever alts that I call them, mostly because there are groups that have disbanded but still hold a very dear spot in my heart, and I would like to, you know, have their collection completed again or so. So we start off with Signature / Iris, but it is a Good Day collection. So if you're unaware, Good Day used to be a 10-member group under C9 Entertainment, the same entertainment that CIX is in, and they have another group. Is it EPEX? I'm not sure. But C9 disbanded, Good Day, half of the group left the company, and the other half was rebranded into Signature with additional members. So I only collect whatever the Good Day members have been doing. So this is Jihoon. Her real name is Jihoon, but she has been through multiple names. She is my top bias. She was my top bias in Good Day, so I would like to get more of her, but this is really only what she has because she was only in the first Signature had 2 singles, like digital singles, and then they had an album, so they only have cards for that first album, and she was only in that one, then she left after. So I don't have much. And here we have after Sun and is it Yeah? Did she go by Yeah? Yeah, Yeah. So this is after they left, so it was just Chisol, Jiwon, and Belle left. So this is the last era that I have anything for. I don't have anything for the last 2 eras, I think, without Belle. Because Belle technically is in Eunice. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know if I want to get any of her stuff from that. I haven't thought about that yet. And then here would be like the red square section, like right here. I had these cards and I got rid of them. But then we have Iris. So I do have a bit more for Yunsu because I kept finding sets for her. Okay, and then after that we have Halo because I love Halo. They were my alt group. They reunited last year at Orbit's was it a fan meeting or something? I was like, oh my god, my OT6 is back. So these are just random Japanese cards that I have. Dino was my bias in Halo, so I have both of his, and then this Jaeyoung just came in a set. So this is Hello Halo. I have been toying with the idea of maybe getting duplicates here, but I haven't even finished OT6 for anything except for this set. This is the only finished set that I have, so I gotta worry about that first. This is Grow Up, Young Love, which to this date, this album is still one of my favorites. Happy Days, and Here I Am, which needs some work. I had everything before this completely done, but I never had this set done. So, and then I have Speed, who were another one of my top alts. So I have this extra Yuhwan, and then I have a full set of Superior Speed, which is the only photocard set that they've ever had. I've had this set twice now. I'm never getting rid of it. And then the last group in here is After School. Technically they would go in with the Miss Girls, but I think they fit better in here because I do really want to expand on the like Japanese cards for After School because they are some of my favorites. And then I have this one orange caramel Japanese group card. So that is it. There's something back here. It is a full binder. So I don't know if I want to be adding more to it, to be honest. I probably shouldn't because it is full. But then again, this is a very small binder. So yeah, now we can move on to more group or people focused collections. No more misc stuff, I don't think. Until we get to J-pop, but like for the K-pop portion, there's no more misc stuff. Okay, so yeah, we're still going with the Prism Platinum binders. The next 3 after that will also be Prism Platinum. Because I decided to relocate my paused collection to my Prism Platinum binders. So, yeah. This is my wjsn Bona collection. She is very tiny. At one point I wanted to collect every single thing for her, and I did manage to get quite a lot, honestly. But the fact is it's wjsn. It's kind of hard to get to begin with, and then you have Bona, who is the most expensive member. And wjsn, you get the fact that it's hard to get anything for her that is a reasonable price. So I have bought everything that is a reasonable price, and now I have nothing else to buy unless I want to spend the money, and I don't want to do that. So it's separated by so like album cards, pobs, and then other stuff. So here we have album cards. So it's just like going one after another. I am not separating anything. These collections are paused. And then we have pobs. And for a lot of my collections, I have like the pobs, fan sign, fan call, cards, whatever. I don't like saying pobs, but I've realized that it's much easier to say pobs. It feels a little weird to say, but I get it now. In hollow sleeves, and the hollow sleeves are from Kpop Stationery. So, most of them. I have a few from Mandu Deco, but most of them are from Kpop Stationery. Oops. And then we have like Season's Greetings, and I realized I fucked up because this card right here is also Season's Greetings, and I was gonna change it and I forgot. So this is like Season's Greetings, and then here we have Fanship. And then last is like everything else. So, well, not last, but like this next section is everything else, like photo books, fan cons, concerts. So for this one, I gotta move now. It's gonna ruin my layout. Like, why wasn't it written Season's Greetings on the back? Excuse me. I like this layout too much. And then the last thing is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Brand deals? That's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word that I'm looking for? It starts with a C. Does it? CFs. Okay, I don't think that's what I was looking for, but I think that's what I was thinking of. Anyways, that is it for my Bona collection. Here is my Jinhwa from Blitzers collection. This collection has been on pause for a while, not because I want it to be on pause, it's just the group order that I was in for Lunchbox. If you are a Blitzers fan, Lunchbox came out a year ago. I still haven't gotten anything, and everybody in the group chat is getting very antsy and annoyed, and the person keeps saying that they're working on it, and nothing has happened yet. And this binder's already full. I don't know if I can fit everything that I have coming, because I have quite a lot, but this is what I have. So I do have Goyu in here as well. I don't know what the fate of Blitzers is because Chris is on Boys Planet 2, but they haven't done anything in a year anyways, so like, it's safe to say that they're not doing shit. But I am pretty satisfied with like how my setup looks with Goyu and Jinhwa, even though I am missing some Jinhwa album cards. So I'm probably gonna keep it this way. So I think it fits really nicely. I will get more Lunchbox cards coming. I do have all of his cards. And then here are Pobs. He has the same sleeves as Bona, the heart one. I do have a lot of his pobs. I managed to find I found a full set, almost a full set for Window, and then the other ones were all bought from Mercari Japan. Like, I spent a lot of money on these. They're not going anywhere. And then I have like this one random, I think this is a Japan, like fan meet card or something. I don't know, but it's like the only like non-album stuff that I have. So that is my Jinhwa collection, which hopefully sometimes this year, pray for me, send me good vibes, whatever you do, so that I can get them this year. It'd be a nice Christmas present if you think about it. Now, this binder may come as a shock to you because the person that is in here, and remember, I said my Prism Platinum binders were all for paused collections that I don't really plan on adding to, but if I do, it probably won't be in the near future, it'll probably be in the very distant future. This is Jihoon. I realized that I probably have gotten everything that I can get for him that is a reasonable price. He used to have pretty good deals on Poké Market, but now there's like nothing on there for him anymore. And if there is, it's like stupidly expensive, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why is it so expensive? Anyways, so he's been paused. He's not retired. My oh, what happened to my voice? He's not retired. He is paused. So he's in here. He's in the bigger binder because I still have, that's the floor. I'm sitting on the floor. It's creaky, okay? Let me reposition myself because my feet are getting numb. I'm old and have bad legs. He is just paused. He is just paused, okay? These pages are wrinkly because of these like fat ass cards. So I do have, again, album cards first, non-album, blah 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 blah. So these are all album cards. I do have a few eras complete for him. Then I have a few eras where I have like nothing. So everything is just one after another. We're just going from one era straight to another one, you know? We don't care anymore. I did still try to match outfits. I tried real hard. And then here are pops. So he has the moon sleeves from Kpop Stationery. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it. I don't have much. He's expensive. But I do like that I have some. Because at one point I didn't have any. And then I have this 101 stuff back here. It's just these 3 cards. That's it. I have not focused on his 101 stuff at all. He was my second bias in 101, my first bias being Woojin. I never really collected him back then, and I don't feel like collecting him in 101 now. So this is just what I have acquired. That's it. So yeah, feels like this is kind of the end of an era, right? I mean, I still love Jihoon. I can't wait to see what his next acting project will be. So there's that to look forward to. And now we can go to the last like paused collection, which will also be a shock, but maybe not a shock. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this coming, but yeah. So I decided to put my paused collections in like Prism Platinum binders because they're gonna be like display binders, and I think they look really nice as display binders, especially with like the little designs on the spine that you can see poking out from the dust cover, and they'll be protected fully. So yeah, this is WoW from Ace. Welcome. Welcome. The camera on the white balance is making this purple binder look very blue. I get that it's not like it's more of a blue purple, which I prefer. Give me a blue purple over a pink purple any day. But like it's straight up blue on my camera. Anyways, it's purple, I swear. It'll probably look purple when I'm editing it, but it's because I screen mirror on my TV. So like, I don't know, it's purple. So this is WoW. He has significantly more cards because I have been collecting him for a significantly longer amount of time. And I have a shit ton for him. I mean, there's still a few things that I could always get, but I'm kind of sort of satisfied with what I already have, minus the last era. Because the last era, I did not join any group orders, did not buy anything. In fact, I bought almost 2 sets of albums. I bought like 1 full OT5 set because they were member albums and it pissed me off. And then I bought 1 set minus Byungkwan, but like I only got like 3 WoW cards out of that because I got a dupe. I mean, I get what they were going for with the member albums, but it's kind of annoying. If I want WoW cards, I have to buy the WoW album. Anyways, these are album cards. I am still missing a few. I'm missing 3 Adventures in Wonderland, 1 My Girl, and then a bunch of Pinata. But like, I'm kind of content with what I have. I would like to get more Pinata cards because I only have 3. I did keep the group and unit cards that I did have. Again, tried to make it nice. So these are the only 3 Pinata cards I have. And then we get into the pops. He has the Bubbles sleeve from Kpop Stationery. These are like one of my favorites from them. They're so fucking cute. It's just little circles. It's just little circles. But why is it so cute to me? So I have two pops in the mail since the end of April, and I have not received them yet. So if I do actually receive them, I will have to redo this whole section because they are call-in Make Star cards, the WoW and the group one, and I've been wanting those cards ever since I started collecting a.c.e in 2019. So like, they're holy grail cards for me, and if I don't get them in the mail soon, like postal services, I don't know which one's to blame, USPS or Canada Post. I'm thinking both. They are both equally to blame for this. Deliver them to me, please. Please. Okay. I have most of his pobs. I think I'm missing maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 per era. Because I did have almost all of them and then I sold a few. But then for My Girl, I joined a bunch of group orders for like the polka pobs. So I have all of those. But I don't have like, I think this is the only like, no, I think these 2 as well. There's a few that I have that were like photo book pobs, but I bought those like after the fact. I think I traded for this one. And then my one lolly Pinata pop that I got when I bought my OT5 set from Keep Down For You. Then we have Japanese stuff. So I do have all of his Japanese cards. And then we have Season's Greetings and Fanship. I am missing 2021. I sold them. And I'm missing 2025. I haven't bought anything. This is Fanship. This is the start of photo books. So we have the Europe photo book and the US photo book and then the Memories photo book. I forgot what it's called. I'm still missing the pre-order for this one, but I don't think I'll ever get it. Then we have the rest. So concert, tour, merch, stuff like that. For the China cards, these are the only 2 that I kept. I had complete sets for everybody, but these are the only 2 that I kept. Like, I didn't even keep any from the second round of China cards because I didn't like how they felt and I didn't like the pictures. These are the only ones that I kept. They are sort of in chronological order, kind of, sort of. And these 2 are new. They're like the only post-military like merch cards that I have, even though they have a lot. It's been kind of hard to get, and I think that's what has like discouraged me, because like a.c.e has always been like a harder group to collect, but they've never been impossible, as you can see by the sheer amount of cards. And I used to collect OT5 everything, and it never was that hard to get. But like post-military has made it kind of hard to get their cards because I think not a lot of people have stayed, so it's a little bit harder to get cards. So it's been a little demotivating for me to try to get them, and honestly that's why WoW is on pause. Also, a.c.e have technically disbanded. You can say the word. They say they've not disbanded. They have. Like, come on, don't kid yourself. So I think this is a good time for me to pause. Wow, I'm not saying that I'm not going to add anything to him. I'm just saying he's on pause for right now, which is valid. That's valid. Technically, this collection is also on pause, which is why I'm going to sneak it in right here. But that's not because I want to put them on pause. It's because they've put themselves on pause. This is Ftisland. And Ftisland has been through some shit. So I put them on pause, but because of them, not because of me. But I'm never getting rid of this collection because it took way too long for me to get these cards again. Because ftisland were my #1 alt like 10 years ago. And I used to collect like everything OT5 for them back then. And then the whole thing happened and I dropped everything. And I sold a lot of, like, pretty much all of them, all of my cards. So I had to get all of these cards back. So this is one of my favorite collections aesthetically. I don't know if you remember, but I did have big inclusions in this binder. They're not in this binder anymore. I am not going to be showing any big inclusions in this video because if you saw the video that I did, I don't know how many months ago, it's been a while, a few months at least, I bought new pages from Prism Platinum, but I bought the black ones because my plan was to put them in my black binders. I wanted the pages to match the binder, but when I did get the black pages, I realized I did not like the black pages. It made everything dark, it made everything hard to see. A lot of the postcards themselves were dark, so it felt like they were blending in, and it just doesn't look good. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the pages. They're still set up that way. I haven't touched them since then, but I don't think I'm gonna buy white pages. I think that's overkill since I got them half off on their sale. I don't think I'm gonna buy white pages, but I might have to think of a different setup. So there's no big inclusions in this binder anymore. This is strictly photo cards. So I did decide to use like these pages for them because the big inclusion pages are the same size. So I wanted everything to fit nicely. And also ftisland Japanese cards are slim and tall. So I have to use like different sleeves for them and they fit nicely in these pages. So my main collection is Minhwan. God, I have bad taste in men. So for Korean album cards and like pops and stuff, it's only him. So I know, I'm aware. That's why I put this collection on pause. I'm very much aware, okay? I'm aware. But like coming from the fact that my other bias in ftisland was the other man, I mean, like I got rid of his cards so quickly, I threw them out. I mean, I'm not gonna throw out my Minhwan cards because he was an asshole. I mean, I could, but like, I don't know, I don't feel like I have to justify myself the fact that I've kept my Minhwan cards when there are people out here collecting people that have done worse. I'm just not getting anything else for him. You know, this is where his collection will stop. I don't know, I haven't, like the new album had just come out and I had just bought cards for him and I was so excited to get new cards, and then he went and outed himself as an asshole and I'm like, can you just do that in private so that we don't know you're an asshole? Like, I would much rather be oblivious to your assholeness. If you do a crime, then own up. But if you're just an asshole, I don't want to know. Okay, so then we have the Japanese cards, which I do collect OT4. I do include Wonbin and Seunghyub because they've done nothing wrong. You know, they've done nothing wrong. I don't think anybody really cares about these. Anyways, it's just, I had just bought like a shit ton of like Japanese ftisland cards from a seller on Instagram, and then the whole Minhwan thing happened and I got depressed about my ftisland collection, even though it like still is one of my favorite collections to this day. I would like to finish it and archive it. That's never gonna happen. So we do what we can. At least I have this honky new page card. At least my new page set is finished. This is also another one of my favorite albums. I cut these. These are tickets. I cut the bottom of them. Whoops. And this was when they were 3. They became 3. And I have some Japanese DVD cards. They switched to postcards, but first few DVDs had cards. And then group cards with, you know, who decorated out. There's 2 group cards in here that show his face because I found them after the fact. I decorated all of these on camera and I have been too lazy to decorate them to hide him. So he's just there. So we're just gonna ignore him. Okay, it's these 2 bottom ones right here. And that is it for my ftisland collection. Will this collection change? Oh, I'm crooked. In the near future? No. No. But it's still here. It's still a part of my collection. It's a collection that I cherish a lot because of what I went through to try to get everything. And I'm not getting rid of it. So if you don't like it, I mean, nobody has probably watched this segment anyways. So yeah. Now we are getting into more active collections. These next 2 collections that I'm going to show both have multiple binders each, but they're not on pause and they're not really active. They're more like I'm just gonna get cards if I feel like it. It's not technically on pause, but it's like a semi-pause. Especially since both of these people have had or have a comeback coming. Okay, this is Seunghyub from n.flying. n.flying has had a comeback. I've been a very, very, very bad n.fia, and I have not looked at their comeback at all. Like at all. At all. Like I haven't listened to anything. I've been so like tunnel visioned focused on Anteam that I've touched nothing else. So yeah. This is Seunghyub's n.flying stuff. So we start off with Korean albums. Still missing these 2 Yahoo cards. Somebody fucking help me. There's like Pobs mixed in. He also has the bubble sleeves, the same as WoW. I've been wanting to like separate them. WoW having one, Seunghyub having the other, but that would mean I would have to buy more sleeves from Kpop stationery, and that's not gonna happen. With the trouble that I went through with the first, like my very first order with them, I'm not going through that again. There's a glare. I don't have much. If you expected some big ass Seunghyub collection, you're in the wrong place. He's expensive and I don't pay expensive. I want the other group card, so, well, the other unit card. And then this was like something him and Hwaesung did, and then the new era would go here. This is like the one Japanese card that they have. And we have Season's Greetings and Fanship. I had second Fanship, but I sold them, so I bought third recently. Cards for third. And this is the light stick card, and this is Light in the Dark photo book. And then these are Note 4 stickers. I do have everybody because I fucking love these stickers. And then Note 5 stickers. And they were 4 back then, so it fits really nicely. This is NoobCon. NCon? 1. Ah. And then NCon 2. I don't have anything for 3. And 4 is about to happen. that is it for his n.flying related stuff. He does have a binder for his solo stuff. I thought it was better to separate it because granted it would fit in here because this binder is like only half full. I just think it's better for me to separate it. He just gets the 2-inch pink one for his solo stuff. And the reason why he's in pink is because it's the only color that I had left for 3-inch, but also because like n.flying's official color is red, so I feel like it works out a bit. Anyways, here is his solo album cards. He had 5 from each version, so I just put the last one from each on this page. Then his tin case cards with like pops mixed in. It's basically by outfits. And then we get into his photo books. He has 2 out so far, but each one has 2 versions, so there's technically 4. I have 3 out of the 4. So this is About Me Day. I did set up to collect all of them because I do want all of these. And then About Me Night. And then we have, was it Layers of Scent? Yeah, this is the bergamot version. I don't have the other one. This is the only one I have. And then these are magazines, and this is Spotlight. And this is Bobo Snap. Infinite. I only have 4. There's way more. And then this is his lovely runner stuff. I am missing a few. But I have 9, which kind of bothers me. I think there's 2 more. I'm not sure. So yeah, that is it for his solo stuff. Did I mention that I dropped his drama? I think it finishes today, the day that I'm filming it. I just got tired of it. So yeah, let's go to the next one. My Yena collection is also on a semi-pause. I didn't downsize, but I condensed her collection. So she's in like 2 3-inch A5 binders now instead of being in like a bigger binder. And she goes and announces a comeback. How dare she? How dare she? So this is all her Eyes One stuff. I only kept her album cards for Eyes One. And also her like Yena like solo non-album stuff. So this is all Eyes One. Clear. I did keep the OT12 set for this because I could. And then here is like her solo non-album stuff. So this is Japanese. This is Smiley. And then this is Season's Greetings. This is 2022. Because I don't have 24 or 25. And this is 2023. This was the little Christmas thing she did. I haven't bought anything for Yena in a while. So I was like, I'm just gonna condense her. You know, just get cards here and there to try to fill out pages. I wish I would, like, I'm pretty content with most of my collection for Yena, but there are some newer eras that I would like to bulk up a little bit more. But now she announced a comeback and I'm gonna have to deal with that. Whatever. So this is her album card binder. I have Smiley and Smartphone all finished, and I'm only missing a few for Love War. But the way that I set them up, I think I'm just gonna get one more Love War card and one more Hate XX card to finish out my layout. And then I'm gonna focus on Good Morning and Nemo Nemo, and then the new era, which is Blooming something. I don't know where my light went. Why is it so dark all of a sudden? So here's Smiley. I did try to make it work in a 4-pocket layout. I think I did a pretty decent job. So Smiley ends here and Smartphone ends here because both of these eras are done. So I can't get more cards to fill in the spots. And it does work out if I do that. Again, we just go by outfits, and I had already set up in my like big binder by outfits anyways, so it's kind of easy to figure out. So yeah, Love War, I am missing a few like normal album cards and then like all the limited ones. But what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna get one more card to fill in the layout because there's an empty spot here, and I think I'm gonna get the limited one where she's in the orange jacket to fill up this spot. And then we have Hit XX. So this empty spot is going to be for the famous Olivia Rodrigo one. I'm going to try to get that someday. And then I'll be done with Hate XX. And then for Good Morning, I would like to get a little bit more. At least 4 pocket per outfit. So like this one would be good. And this one I would need one. This one I have an extra one, so I don't know what to do about that. Depends on how I feel and what I can get. And I just have this random one here. And then for Nemo Nemo, I just basically have my pulls and then like 2 extra ones that I bought. I do want more. There's 4 cards per outfit, so I might just do that. Plus the platform or polka, whatever it is that she does. Do a page of those. So that is it for her album cards. I do have her pre-order cards in like the same type of binder, so we'll go to that. Here is the pre-order card binder. So I have the most for the earliest eras and the least for the newest eras. With what I have, I'm mostly content for Love War, Hate XX, Good Morning, and Nemo Nemo. I would like to get a few more cards in different outfits. But for Smiley and Smartphone, I'm pretty okay with what I have, although there's a few blank spots that I would maybe try to get something to fill in the spaces. But like, I think I have almost everything, like at least something for every outfit for Smiley, so that might be hard. Like, it's kind of hard to put her pre-order cards in a 4 pattern because she usually does sets of 3s, 5, or 6. So, like here, I would like to ideally get a card in a different outfit, but the thing is that I don't think there's an outfit that's not represented in here, so I might just get 1 card from the other set because she usually does 3 for online, 3 for offline, and I either have the full set of online or the full set of offline. So I would just get another card in the other set with the same outfit to fill in the spot. Like here, I just filled in the spot with this one, but like here, I would need another card. So I'm not sure yet what to do with those ones. And then we get into Smartphone. Where again, I'm pretty satisfied with what I have. Although I have a lot of cards in like album concept outfits and not a lot in non-album concept outfits. So I would like to get some like non-album concept outfits, a little bit more of those. Like I have these 3 spots and I could always expand a little bit, because Smartphone is my favorite era, like concept and outfit wise. So I get into Love War, which I don't have that much. I say as I flip through multiple pages. And then Hate XX, which I don't have that much. get more of these ones. More different outfits. Maybe get the devil one for here and finish up that page. And then good morning, I really don't have a lot. I'd like to get more. And then these are the only two that I have for Nemo Nemo. So I'd like to get more of those too. And then the new era, of course. You can't really see them, but she has all the hollow sleeves on. It's the fireworks ones. You can't see them at all. Oh, on the bottom one. You can kind of sort of see it. But yeah, she does have hollow sleeves, believe me. Okay, so now I think there's only 2 collections left for K-pop. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Oh my god, there is. Wow. Wow, wow. No, like I haven't been filming for an hour. And my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I should have ate before doing this. It's fine. Okay, so I don't know who I'm gonna do next. It's either Oh My Girl or WeI. We're gonna do WeI next because we just did Yena, and we'll do WeI, and then we'll do Oh My Girl. So it goes like boy, girl, boy, girl. So for WeI, I'm still collecting OT6 album cards because that's just who I am. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with WeI, honestly. So I want to try to finish my OT6 album collection at least, so that I have something to hold on to, whatever happens to them. So here we have First Sight, a lot of empty spaces for the first few eras, and then Challenge, and Action, and then First Love starts to get a little bit more full. And then Passion, it's completely complete. And then Eternally is also complete. Am I flipping through this too fast? And then Love to You is also complete. Just random row I don't know what to do with. And then for the new album, no Johan, so just 5 members. So there's 9 cards per member per version, so I just did member spreads. So this is the Feelings, so this is Daehyun, Donghan, Yoonga, who's almost done. Seunghyub, who needs a lot of work, I'm sorry. And Junso. So yeah, with Junso on Boys Planet and Johan busy acting. I don't know what's to become of WeI. And like I said, with WeI's future being so uncertain, and Oh My Girl's future being so uncertain, and a.c.e.'s future being so uncertain, I think that's why I like grasped onto N.team, and I'm not letting go. Is that a bad idea? Probably. Will N.team disappoint me and leave? I hope not. But we're still talking about WeI right now. We still have 2 more WeI binders to go through. I'm always like, I'm gonna get a big binder so I can put more stuff in it, but then it gets fucking heavy and I can't lift them. Like, why is it so big? Well, this is my Yonga binder. He gets a 3-inch. He's not completely full. He's still got room. But I haven't set up for the new, I haven't set up for the Feelings yet, so it might get a little fuller. So we have, oh, there's a big glare. Okay. Well, I can't fix that, so I'm just gonna lift the page. We have his 1-9 stuff. Bad thing about these big ass rings is the pages are hard to turn. And then we get into First Sight. So this is like nothing album because that's in the other binder. So these are just like pops. And Challenge, he gets the kitty cat sleeves because Yonga is a cat. And Action. still missing quite a lot. Nothing's complete for him. And this is First Love. The rings aren't fucked up, it's just so hard to turn. And my pages, these are Herka pages, they're not Meow Cafe pages, so they're a little like thinner. And here is Passion. And this is Gift for You. I just have the album card. Someday I'll get the tin case cards. Here is Eternally. I got a lot of work to do. There's so much for Eternally. And here is Love to You, which only has 2 pages. And then here are just like the feelings ones that I have. I just put them all on 1 page because I haven't set up for anything yet. On 2 pages, I mean, sorry. Here is Japanese, so this is Youth. And Wave. I'm missing some Wave cards. Here is first fanship and then 2022 seasons greetings. I'm behind on non-album stuff. For him, these are universe cards. And then this is just like groups and units that he's a part in that I've accumulated. I don't really collect these. So yeah, that is it for my Yonga collection. He is technically the only idol that I do try to get everything for. That I have like set up to try to get everything for, I guess I should say. Darn. Okay, so there is one more WeI binder. Here are the other 5 members of WeI and their pobs. I wanted to collect like OT6 pobs for a long time. I still kind of do, but they have way too much. And like I said, I downsized, so I needed to rearrange stuff, so I needed to use the binder that they were in because I had them set up with like 5, so in 5 pocket pages in like a wide binder, but I needed that binder for something else, so now they're just by member. So they're in the bunny sleeves, so this is all of Daehyun's, and they're in like the really slim sleeves too, like you can only fit like the small sleeves on them. So they're by member because I think it'll be easier to organize. This is Donghan's. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get more of these, but I don't want to get rid of what I have. Johan. I have a lot of Johan because he's my second bias. And Sakwa. flipping through these fast. I'm sorry, I just want to get this done. And Junso. I don't want this video to be 2 hours long, but it's heading that way. Why is it 2 hours long when I'm just flipping through pages? And that is it for this binder, and that is it for WeI. So we have Oh My Girl left for the K-pop portion of this video. So here is the OT7 album binder. I use these 7 pocket pages. So this is everything OT7. So I'm just gonna flip. There's a big glare. I'm sorry. It keeps getting stuck on the bottom pocket. Doesn't matter how you flip them. I like the sturdiness of 4 rings, but I do like 3 rings better. I mean, Meow Cafe could have done these binders with 3 rings, because the pages still fit 3 rings. I am only missing 2 cards for Dear Oh My Girl. Someday I'll get them. They're both add-in cards. They're not super expensive. Just need to kick myself in the butt and buy them. Real Love, on the other hand, is a different story. I'm missing so many. Feels like there are so many Real Love cards to begin with. It was unnecessary to have that many cards. And they all look the same. So that is it for OT7. Now let's move on to the OT6 binder. Here is the OT6 binder. I am also collecting a lot of POBs for OT6 eras just because they're a little bit easier to get, and I do have a lot of them. So start off with album cards for Golden Hourglass. Which I'm still missing a few, because of course I am. And here we start the POBs, and they're in the butterfly sleeves from Mandy Deco. I don't know if you can see them. only set up for sets that I do have cards for. So if I don't have anything, I didn't set up for that set. And I'm not collecting lucky draws or Chinese or Japanese cards either. I mean, I am, but not specifically in sets. So Mimi is my bias, so I do have more for her. So this is Dreamy Resonance, which needs a lot of work. But again, with the future of Oh My Girl up in the air, I don't know what's gonna happen. Here we start pops. And that is it for Oh My Girl OT6. Oh, I have one more Oh My Girl binder. Ugh. Big ass binder for no reason. So this is just the binder where I put everything else. So it's also separated by member. So I decided not to collect these Polaroid cards and also like these cards for nonstop. So I just have them in here. So here's Hyojang, Mimi. I have a lot because she's my bias. And I want to try to collect pretty much everything for her, but I kind of slowed down on that. Here's Yua. And I have like these two like solo pobs. I don't really care for collecting her solo cards, but I saw these on Poké Market and they were cheap and they were beautiful, so I grabbed them. Here's Seunghyub and Jihoon, Yubin, and Arin. And then I did want to collect like all of Mimi's like Polaroids, and I decided I'm not really gonna do that anymore, but these are the ones that I acquired. So here's Secret Garden, Remember Me, Fallen in Love, Nonstop. This is a concert one. And then we have Dear Oh My Girl and Real Love. And these are two Japanese cards for Jihoon, and these are the newer fanship cards for Hyojang and Yubin, the 5th one. These are just cards that I've acquired in sets. I do have a Jihoon like Season's Greetings or something, or other fanship. It's somewhere in my house. I just don't know where it is. So it's MIA. So that is it for the K-pop portion of this video. If you want to stick around for the J-pop, you're more than welcome to, but I know a lot of people are going to click off now, so I'm just going to say goodbye to all of you and thank you for watching. But if you're here for J-pop fun, then here it starts. And of course, to transition from K-pop to J-pop, we are doing &team first and foremost. Technically, they would have to be last, because I like to keep like my bigger, more like cherished collections for the end. Wow, it's gotten dark in here. But since they're like K-pop adjacent, I feel like putting them in between K-pop and J-pop sounds right. So these are just extra cards that I've acquired while buying sets. These cards in here, I am not planning on collecting OT9 for yet, but I've been thinking some thoughts, some bad thoughts, and I've been thinking of expanding my OT9 collection, but like, I don't know yet. We'll see. So a lot of these are pop-up store cards for their eras and like lucky draws that I'm not collecting in full because I don't really want to collect. They have not that many pobs, but they have a lot of lucky draws, and those are more expensive, especially the doodled ones, but I'm not even going into the doodled ones. But like the only lucky draw sets that I'm going to be actively collecting are for the new era. Anything before that I'm probably not gonna. So like these are 2 lucky draws that I got for Nicole. These are pop-up cards. So like units too, I'm not really trying to get all of the units. I'm not a unit girly. At one point I was, I'm not anymore, but if I do get them in sets, I will keep them. This is K's full pop-up set, I'm pretty sure. Again, some random stuff, mostly pop-ups. These are stickers. There's an empty space here because it's a lucky draw set that I decided to collect OT9 for. Then this is a memories card, this is a fanship card. And then we get into concerts. So this is Lunema. This is first pop print and second to none. Mostly K, because I got like a really big K set. So that's it for like extra Anteam cards. I guess this should have been done after, but it's a tiny binder and I wanted to do it while I was still zoomed in. Because I have to zoom out for this big ass binder. Yes, I did change it. It's not in the black binder anymore. Although I kind of do want them to be in a black binder because my fillers are black. I just had to come to my senses and there was no way that they were going to fit in that 2-inch binder. Like even this 3-inch binder is full. It's full. It's fuller up here because I have a lot of K and Nico cards, so it's fuller up here. But like these pages are new and they're already like streaked. Anyways, I did change my collection. Teensy bit. The frame sleeves are only going to be on album cards now because I realized if I want to expand, I'm gonna have to buy more frame sleeves and I just don't want to do that. So the frame sleeves are only on album cards. Pobs and such get just normal sleeves. So I collect OT9 if it wasn't. We're gonna also ignore the fillers because I'm missing about a third of my fillers because where I got them printed messed up and didn't send me one of the envelopes. But I wanted the album cards to have this type of fillers. So like First Howling We, First Howling Now, and Samidare have random ass fillers. Just because I wanted them to look all uniform, but they're not because some of them say something else on the bottom. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that, okay? Just a FYI, we're gonna ignore that, okay? So here is First Howling Me. There's glare on the top, because of course there is, because I have the light on, but it's so fucking dark in here. I only opened the blinds to one window. I should have opened the blinds to both. But it was so fucking sunny earlier. I thought it was gonna be fine, but now the sun has moved up and is not in front of my house anymore. So the pobs have like these hollow sleeves. So this is First Howling We. And pobs. First Howling Now. See, we're gonna ignore that. A lot of pops for this era, but they're all in the same outfits. And then Samidare. I do miss the frame sleeves, the pobs, but they still look nice. Kawarashi. Oh, like, what is this for? It's for those Polaroids. And then the pops. These pages turn so much better. Or is it just this binder? I said that, now they keep getting stuck. And then Jugoya doesn't have any frame sleeves. But someday, when I make a random Meow Cafe order, because it's gonna happen. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll join somebody else's group order. I'll get the yellow frame sleeves. Someday. And then Yukiakari. I was planning on just getting rid of the frame sleeves altogether. Because I was like, nobody else has frame sleeves, so why would N.team be special and have frame sleeves? They are special though, they deserve everything in the world. And then I landed on this page and I was like, I can't give this up. I can't! And then the pops. I have empty pages here because I have cards coming, so I prepped it in advance. And then go in blind was the reason why I decided not to use frame sleeves for the pops, because I have a very specific pop set coming, all 9 members, but the background in the card is blue. That's gonna look silly with red frame sleeves. So yeah, it's all going blind's fault. I don't have anything for the limited, but I did put a page in for that. And then the other, this is for the other solo cards. I don't have anything for that either. Like, these sets looked really good because it's the same outfits as the album cards. And then this set also really good because it had red. But then I have other cards coming that would have looked a little weird. So like, this is the set that I decided to collect because I have 5 out of the 4. And then I do have a full set of the music plant ones where they're in those white outfits. But the background is blue on those, and it would look really weird with the red frame sleeves. So that's why I decided to get rid of the frame sleeves for the pobs at least. I need to keep them for something. Because I bought them. So I need to fucking use them. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, man. The struggle is real. Okay, so that's it for N.team. Now, I think I'm gonna do some of my smaller... I have 2 small collections in like the zippered binders for J-pop, so I'm gonna do those ones. Here is my Bullet Train Takuya collection. I show this in every video, and in every video it hasn't changed. In case you're wondering. A long time ago when I first got into J-pop, I was very much LDH focused and Bullet Train. Basically, that's all there was. Like LDH back then, it was mostly Generations and E-girls and Bullet Train. So these are all the Takuya things that I have accumulated since then, because I have kept everything since then. There are some stuff in here that is from a few years ago, but I haven't accumulated anything else ever since. And so Uju from N.team is gonna be in a drama, and it's like airing soon. I don't know what date it is, but it's very soon. On the day that I'm filming this. And Takuya's in it too, and so is Dori from Alice in Borderland. But like Takuya and Uju, this is like when Ryota from Generations and Takuya were in a drama together. Did I watch it? I watched like the first episode, I think. I don't know if I'll be able to watch this new drama, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool because Uju and Takuya, So like, I haven't ventured too far into what Bullet Train has now. I still haven't listened to any new songs they've put out since they've been 9. I know. I need to go and listen to that. I haven't kept up with Bullet Train at all. Like, at all. I did see a random Bullet Train image on Twitter the other day, and I don't remember the context, but I was like, I know those people. I know those people. I don't remember what the context was. But do you know who the member I recognized first was? Yoga. What? And Kai and Takuya were both there, and I recognized Yoga first. Anyways. So this is just like random cards that I have acquired like 10 years ago. And then we get into like their Ebidan photos. I don't know if they still do these. Cause if they do, that's a lot of fucking photos. So I think they're in order of release. I'm not sure. I used to have all the templates because they give you templates when these release. They like post a picture with all of them. They're slightly blurred, but you can still see who's who. And because these come in packs, it's like $10 for 3 or 5 photos, I think, or something, at like fan meets and concerts and stuff. So like you do get a picture of like what all the photos that you can get in the pack. So I was using those as templates, and I had all of them on like my old iPad, and I had the ones that I had like marked off, but I spent like days looking for the template pictures. So this was when I stopped, which was like series 9 or 9.5. It's Star Gear, right? No, that's not Star Gear. It's like the one with the train. I don't know. This is where I stopped. And these are all the ones, like the rest of this is all the ones that I got like a few years ago. These are like recreating their old singles. So this is Train, this is Shake Body. This is My Bloody Valentine. This is Believe. It's cool. They did it twice, which is why he has different hair in these, because they did it twice. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, these are birthday ones, because every time every birthday, they have like like special packs just for them. I think these are birthday ones. And then I have groups and units. I don't think he's in every single one of these. These are just the ones that came in the sets that I bought. So like I don't have anything from like now, from when they're 9. A lot of my stuff is from when they were 7 or 6. I don't think I have anything from when they were 5. So yeah, that is my little Bullet Train Takuya collection. And I also have my Momoiro Clover Z collection in one of these little binders. I was gonna put them in my misc binder, but as I was like organizing my misc binder, I realized that every single group in that binder was LDH except for Momoiro Clover. Momoiro Clover Z, Momoclo. And I don't know if they still are, but at one point they were under the same company as Bullet Train, so like it just makes sense that they both are in little binders like this. And so Takuya has a green binder because Bullet Train have member colors and Takuya is green, and Momoclo is in the yellow binder because my favorite in Momoclo is Shiori, and she's yellow. I would like to get more, but I think this is what I can get for now. It's kind of hard to get these cards because these are all like 10 years old. Except for like these ones are a little newer, but they're still pretty old. That's it. That's all. It's very small. Okay, now we're gonna do the misc binder because after that it's group specific. Well, these were group specific, but it's like more group specific. I have repurposed this binder. I have all of my misc stuff in here. So I have them in like page order. Up front is the 8 pocket pages. I don't use these for Orbit anymore, so I wanted to use these for something, even though I bought a lot and this is not a lot that's being used. So these are like the newer cards that LDH have been doing, the like sticker cards. So they're all up here. So I do have the LDH Live Expo cards up here. I want more of these, but I don't know if I'm ever actually going to go and buy more of these. So I have Akira and Naoki. I think like that's a pretty decent duo to get. And then I have my Little League stuff. I do want more Little League. I do really like Little League, although I haven't been keeping up with them in a while. I would like to have more of their cards because at the moment in LDH, they're my second favorite group. So I just have this. And then I have this one Ballistic Boys card. This is a Battle of Tokyo from Yoshiyuki. There's Yoshi. And I have my 5 cards. So I just have, these are like the album cards. I just have 4 for each set. I'm missing Sayaka for this and Rui for this. And then I have the second card. So there's 5 members in the second. So Shokichi's on his page by himself, but I want more the second cards. So it's gonna fill up eventually. I have this one random Generations cards that came in like a set that I bought. And then I have my random Naoki cards from Sandaime JSOUL Brothers. Sandaime JSOUL Brothers is like my least favorite group in LDH because of their music. It's not my style. But they did release a song recently. It's like a slower song, and I fucking love Sandaime JSOUL Brothers slower songs. Like Cosmos. Oh, and I forget the name of the song, but it was so good. And then these are like older cards that I don't really plan on expanding, but they didn't fit in the 10 pocket pages, so they're in the 8 pocket pages. These are chip cards. And by chip cards, I mean you got them if you bought a bag of chips. They were random. I got these at concerts, at like full LGH concerts. They stopped doing these. I'm so glad. They stopped doing the concerts too, but like I was super into collecting these. Why? Oh, these are upside down. Oh no, I just hit this morning. Oh, I never even realized these were upside down. Okay, I'm gonna have to flip those. And then back here we have all the older cards that I have kept. These are like what you could get back in the day. Music cards mostly. But I liked music cards. Like, I don't hate them. You could choose the member that you wanted for the music card. So, like, it was pretty cool. And by music card, I mean, it's the same as, like, a QR card for a Poca card. There's a code on the back, and you could download the album via that code. So I have all my e-girls music cards here. I don't really collect those. These are just the ones that I've received in sets. Or that I had before. And then here are my happiness music cards, and here are my dream music cards. And then we have flower. These are my flower cards. I want the full set for these. And then here I have some of my happiness cards. And then some more happiness cards. This is the full set. And then the rest of my happiness cards. And then I have my Shokichi from the second music card. So this row and these 2 are his solo cards, and then this is the second card. I would love to get the one music card from him because I fucking love this song so much. But it's proving. I'm really glad I have these 2 though. These were bought in the past few years, but I've had these 3 for like 10 years now. These are my generation ones. I was collecting OT7 generations back in the day, but then when I like decided to drop J-pop altogether, I just kept my top 3. They fit really nicely in the 6 pockets that I had them in, but not so much in here. So I have like my top 3 Alan, Reo, Ryota at the time. So I have like their Never Let You Go ones here, and then I have both Alan and Reo for Always With You and Sing It Loud here. And then I have Ryota here, and then Ryota here, and then I have top 3 for Evergreen, and then I just have top 2 for Hard Knock Days, All For You, and then I just have Alan for Ageha. So I worked out. And then here I have like 2 more random Generations cards that I got in a set with that big Generations Hayato card. This random group card for Generations, and then my 4 Naoki Sandaime Jisoo Brothers music cards, except this one was an image card. I bought this one straight from the LDH store, and starting from Evergreen, I think I bought at least Alan's straight from the Exile Tribe mobile shop. And then here is Exile. So I have New Horizon. No, I don't remember what this was called. Oh, Exile Pride. I was like, it's written in full Japanese, yeah, but the name is Exile Pride. And then these 2 Dance Earth Party group cards to fill in the spots. This is New Horizon. I used to have a full set of this and a full set of this. And then I have Jonetsu no Hana, which I just have 4 out of my top 5. I'm missing Naoki. So that's it for misc J-pop. We can move on to the last 3 groups. This video is so fucking long. God damn it. I want to go eat. I'm supposed to go out to eat tonight. And if I eat too late, then I'm not going to be hungry. So I'm hungry. We're going to do my e-girls collection. This collection has grown a lot in the past year because I have put so much effort into trying to get all of e-girls' photo cards. Do I have all of them? No. But do I have way more than what I had when I decided to start up this collection again? Yes. So they're in number order, but Follow Me does not have any numbers. So I don't have many for Follow Me anyways. But then we start off Never Ending Story. That big ass glare, oh my god. And then Candy Smile at the bottom. And then Go Anasai no Kissing You at the bottom. And Kuru Kuru at the bottom. No, Kuru Kuru right here. I know these are technically supposed to be sideways, but we don't care. This is diamond only. I mean, the binder is supposed to be sideways. And we are Venus. Odoru Pompokorin, which is so fun to say. And then High School Love here, which is when I got into e-girls, was during High School Love era. And then Mr. Snowman. And then Anniversary. And Dance, Dance, Dance. And Mary X, Mary X. This is EG Summer Rider. The later eras are a little empty. I don't know why. They're harder to get than the older eras. Pink Champagne. And the last era that I know of with photo cards is Go Go Let's Go. And then these are just to when, starting from Anniversary, when you bought the CD, the card came in the album, but you could choose a Polaroid of the member that you wanted and the Polaroids were only of the members that appeared in the music video. So, like, some of my favorites had no Polaroids, because that's how it worked. Okay, now we just have Orbit and the Rampage left. So for Orbit, I'm actually going to do my June binder first, because I have decided to condense both my Orbit and the Rampage collections, because at this point right now that I'm in with both of these collections, it's getting a little harder to be able to find like sets of cards. I'm gonna have to start buying cards individually, and to do that I would much rather buy cards for my biases. So June in Orbit and Yamasho and Kazuma in the Rampage. So I've decided to separate them out from the rest and then have the rest of the cards just in a different binder for the rest of the members. And if I do get cards for them, great. If I don't, then it won't be that big of a deal because I've condensed everything down. And June and Hicho both have left Orbit and they are my top two, and that just kind of demotivated me from continuing on to collect Orbit. I don't know if I'm gonna still collect them in the future. I have absolutely no idea, but I would like to get at least anything that is OT7 completed, especially the trading cards, especially the there's like not the last set. Well, I would like the last set, but I don't really care for the last set because it's not as cohesive, and Hicho's not in it, and I have most of June's cards anyways. But the 3 sets before that, so Link, Dreamgate 2, and I don't know, I'll tell you when we get to it. I would like to finish those for OT7. So we just have June's cards just one after another. So these are album related cards. And then these are the trading cards. So a lot of them have 5. So if there's 5, I put one on the back. But if there's more than 5, I'll do an extra page for it. Some of them have 4. I just wanted it to look nice. These ones, I don't know how many there are, but I know there's at least 6. And this, I know there's 5, but I only have 4 for each version. This one, the Orbit Live, I think it is, right? Orbit Live, the best. So this set, not these ones. This set, and this set, I would like to complete OT7 for. Because those were the sets that were released. Well, technically, this set wasn't released when I was a fan, so it's only starting from this one. But I'm almost complete with this. Well, no, not this one. It's this one that I'm almost complete with. But I really like these ones. I also really like these 2 sets. But these ones are proving a little bit too difficult. And this is the newer one. So like none of the sets are cohesive together anyways, and Hicho's not a part of this. And I think I'm only missing 1 June card anyways, so I might just not get any other members. And if I do, I'm not gonna focus on trying to get everybody. It's a little bittersweet. Like I should have gotten into Orbit like way before because I've known about them since they debuted in 2020. I just never really, you know, got into them or anything like that, and I should have. I don't know why I didn't, because I would have had so many more years with them, and now I only had not even a year with them, and my top 2 have both left, and I'm feeling so dejected. Is that the right word? I'm not sure. I know a lot of words, but I don't know how to use them in sentences. I just feel like my time with them, like there's still Orbit is still around, but my time with June and my time with Hicho got cut short, and that is my fault because I should have gotten into them earlier. But also like I'm sad. Like I got so sad when June went on hiatus. Like most of the times I don't care. Like yeah, it sucks when people leave. It sucks when, like, you know, military happens for K-pop idols and Korean idols. It sucks. But like I think June was like such a high bias in such a short amount of time that like I was attached to him, which is kind of odd, but like I don't know. All is that to say that my Orbit collection might not grow that much from here on out, because even if I wanted to get all of June's cards, I can't. I tried. I was even ready to buy individual cards, but I can't find any. So this might not grow too much, even though it was a huge part of me last year. I think I'm at a point, I'm at a standstill, you know? If it does grow, good. If it doesn't, then I have what I have. So I'm gonna go to the rest of the members now. Here are the rest of the members. When I first started collecting Orbit, I was doing this. I had June separate and then the other 6 members in here. So I wanted to do that again. So I did set up for some sets. And for some sets I just kind of combined them. So these are all album cards. Then album related cards, and I don't know what these are, but I just shoved them here. And these are 2 sets for the same album that I combined. And then for like OT5 era, I have like no Yundongs at all. I don't know if I'm gonna get them, honestly. OT5 era, I don't really care for. The cards, I mean. I still like the music, I think, was the best during OT5 era, but like I don't care to get all of these cards. Especially not the album cards. Maybe like one trading card set that I'll show you when we get to that one. Maybe I'll try to finish that one. And these are just pobs for fun. And these are for Bullseye. Because Bullseye didn't have album cards, I don't think, because I think both of these are benefit cards. This is for Patience. Again, no album cards for Patience. I don't think. This is an HMV set. And this is their like last single that they did, the Christmas single. That's the full set that came in the album. And then we get into trading cards. So for the first 5 sets of trading cards, I do have everything because I bought them all in a set. So I'm glad I have those. I did put the group cards in here. Because where else am I going to put them? And this is like the only card that I have for like this whole trading card set. But this set I would like to get everybody for, like this trading card set. It's a Dreamgate Final. Yeah. But this is an OT5 era set. But there are group cards. But it's with another group under their company, so I don't know who these 2 dudes are. I don't know. I think this is Hiko? Hico? This is another OT5 set. These cards, I have absolutely no idea how many there are, but if I can just get like 3 from each member, I think I'd be okay with, because they all look the same and there's no cohesiveness in any of them, so. These sets I would kind of like to finish, but again, there's not like a slight cohesiveness to them, so I don't know like what belongs with what set. But if I can get more, maybe I can decipher it. I don't know. But starting from this set is where I would like to get everybody specifically. Because this, I'm almost done. This Dreamgate set. I'm not missing much. And then this is all I have for like the last one with like all 7 members, Link. And then I have this random one. I don't know where this goes like timeline wise, so it's just back here. So yeah, that is it for my Orbit collection. It has shrunken down a bit. I haven't gotten rid of anything, but it's not as massive as it used to be. Okay, So we have the Rampage left. And the Rampage is also not as massive as it used to be, so yeah. We're gonna start off the Rampage with my Yamasho and Kazuma binder. That's already full, but it's like mostly empty. I did set up for a lot of stuff, like if I already had the Yamasho equivalent, I'm gonna try to get the Kazuma equivalent, but he's really expensive, so that might not happen. But I did set up for stuff like that. So it does start off with massive because Yamasho is the only one of the two that's in it, and I do have like a perfect 8 cards for massive. So the Rampage uses the cherry blossom sleeves for like their non-album cards. And then I don't know what to put here because for it to work out, I had to leave an extra spot here. So, but the rest have like stuff that's supposed to go in there. I just decided to use white sleeves and not colored sleeves. I don't know, I got lazy. But I mostly only have Yamasho. I know there's, so like, here is gonna be Ray of Light. So this is No Limit Ray of Light. I know there's a vertical card for the power, and I know there's a POB for this this era that I can't pronounce. And then this is Round and Round, Round Up. But I know Round and Round has cards too, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I just don't have any of them. And then here I didn't know what to put down here because 16 Boosters doesn't have any like extras, but there is these like fan club cards that are in the same outfits. Getting Kazuma is going to be so expensive, so I might not be able to get that. And then for Everest and Summer Riot, this was like a double single, so I just put them together. I'm not going to try to make my life difficult. I do want to get every single Yamasho card out there, but getting every single Kazuma card out there might be hard, so I might have like an extra section if I know that getting the Kazuma card will be hard, and if it breaks my layout or whatever, I'm just gonna put Yamasho back there. But for now, I did try to like match stuff. See, I don't know where this card is from, but his hair is very similar to this one, so I just put that there. And then starting here is when they had multiple bonuses, so I am gonna try to match them up, but these faraway sets are really expensive, so I don't think I'll be able to ever get Kazumas for that. But and I know there's more than what I have set up, but again, if I do manage to get some, I'll try to work it out in a layout. I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, I'm pretty much only have Yamasho for a lot of these. This is like one of the only like full page that I have. This has 2 different versions. I think this is the least expensive one, but there is another set that's very, very similar to this. So if I can find like Kazuma's that one maybe. So like there's a lot more now for these, like going further, there's a lot more that might not fit my setup that I still might want to get, so I don't know. This is the latest era. I do have this page. I don't know what to put down here. There's more, but they're kind of like in this style, like a performance cards, so I might put that there. These are still like album inclusions, but they're more for like performances, so I just put them back here. And then we get into trading cards. So I only set up for like the actual trading cards. I don't really plan on collecting the special cards, but if I do have them, I'll just put them on the back like I did here, because it just looks so nice like that together. And this is the latest one. Then this goes with this. It's a fan club card from Primal Spider. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I just put that there because he looks silly. Then we have Project R, which had a DVD. So these are like DVD cards for that. I don't know if I can find like another set here. I don't know if there is another set. Then we have LDH Live, which also had these cards. I want to collect those. And then we get into Battle of Tokyo. I do not care for Battle of Tokyo, honestly. especially these cards, I do not care for these, and I do not care for the cards that come in the K-Town For You wrappers. Don't care for those either. But I do like these types of cards. If I can get Kazuma for these, maybe I will. And then these are random ass Yamasho cards that I don't think Kazuma has an equivalent for this one anyways. But I don't care to get equivalents for these. I know there's a lot of Kazuma cards that don't have Yamasho equivalents too. So like, those are just gonna be like back here. So yeah, that is my Yamasho and Kazuma collection. Now we can get on to the last binder of this video. Fuck, this video is over 2 hours long. And it is the rest of the Rampage members. So here is the rest of the members. I have condensed this binder down to 1 because it was 2 before. So if I have full sets, I did separate them by 7 patterns because there's 16 members in the Rampage, and you take my 2 biases out, it leaves 14, so 7 and 7. But if not, I tried to fit as much on a page as possible, tried to match up concepts as much as I could, and I mixed in album cards with pre-order cards. But first we start off with with Massive, because I have a full set of their tour cards. That's it. Then we have these. I don't know where these are. They're like Welcome to Paradise themed, but they're not album cards. But I do have a full set of those because these are really cheap. And then we get into No Limit. The Power. So I do have like Shogo's vertical card. Here is Tsunage Kizuna, I think it is. And this is a POB or something, a bonus. Page. This is Round Up. And then 16 boosters. I am missing 1 card. So I did set it up. Someday I'll get it, maybe. And then Everest, I do have the full set, but I only have 3 cards for Summer Riot, so I combined them together. And then for Katasumi, I forgot what it was called. I'm missing 2, so I did set up. I might try to get those. And then here is 16 Soul, 16 Prey. So this is the 16 Prey. So these are the album cards, and then 2 POBs. And then the album cards for the 16 Soul version. And then the POBs for those that I have. Call them POBs, like bonuses. Here's Cyber Helix. So this is this version that I have POB in the middle. And then I almost have a full set for this. So I'm missing 2 cards, but I did put 9 on this page and then 3 on this page because I have 2 POBs for this version. And then I do have the full set for this at 24 carats version. And then I have 2 POBs. So these are from 2 different sets. One is Tower Records and the other one is Rakuten. But they look the same. And then I do have 9 of the selfies for this set. These, every time I bought a set, one of these was included. And then for this version, I only have 2 album cards, and then 4 selfie POBs, and then these 2 HMV POBs. And then we have Endless Happy Ending. So I don't have much. These are the only album cards I have. I don't have any for the other version, and I have these 4 selfie POBs, and then I have these 5 like concert POBs. So these 2 are one set, these 2 are another set, and this is a different set. And then we have the last era, which I only have 2 cards per version, and then these 2 POBs that are from 2 different sets. And then these 2 like performance cards. And then we get into trading cards. So for Ray of Light, I have these for the first set and these for the second set. And then for the second Ray of Light, I have these for the first set and these for the second set. Now for 16, I have the full set, so I did like separate them out. And then for 16 part 2, I got these for the first set and these for the second set. And for Cyber Helix, these for the... Oh yeah, I'm missing 2, so I just put them in a 6 pattern. I'm missing 2 member sets to finish these. And Celebrate Links Part 2, the first set and the second set. And then I only have 3 member sets for Primal Spider, so. And then these are the special cards. I don't really collect these, but these are the ones that I have accumulated. And then here is Project R, so I have these for the first set and the second set. These pages are so dirty. They've been through so many different collections. And these are the special cards for Project R, and then these 2 are DVD cards. And here is the 1 page for LDH Live Expo that I have. And then we get into Battle of Tokyo. I do have the full set for this, so I did set it up. Again, don't care for Battle of Tokyo. And then this is an old one. And then these are from the same set. I don't know why they have like a chip card and like a normal card. And there's another version of this card too. And then these ones I have member sets, so I did them like this. I only have 4 members for that, and then I got these 3. Because these all just come in sets. I don't acquire Battle of Tokyo cards. I don't care for Battle of Tokyo cards. These are the Tribe Kingdom, Tribe Kitchen cards. I don't know. These are much more expensive than they should be, but I just have acquired these in sets. And these are other random cards that I have also acquired in sets. So these 3 are Shogo, these 3 are Zin. And then I have these 2 group cards. They don't do many group cards. So yeah, that is it. For somebody who has downsized their collection, like, tell me why is this video still over 2 hours long? I'm gonna edit a little bit of this, but it's still gonna be 2 hours. Like, there's not much editing to do except to get rid of the parts in between me getting a new binder. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed the shenanigans that have happened in this video. I still don't understand why this video is so long. I downsized so much. It might not look like it, but I did. Was there any Twice in this video? Was there any a.c.e in this video? I downsized both of those collections because I just didn't feel like collecting them anymore. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and if you watch all the way to the end, you are my favorite person in the entire world, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!